Hello, hello, mamas. My name is Meg Zeek. I am a human design expert and holistic business guide, and I am super, super, super glad to be here with you guys today, just sharing a couple of very simple tips. As a mom, especially the mom of a almost 4-year-old little boy who is constantly at home with me, I find that really small and simple tricks can help me to ground back down. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about grounding today. And for those of you that are aware of human design, I just want to talk really quickly about a piece in your chart which may impact the way that you feel pressure, stress, overwhelm. So, and again, if you don't know anything about it, this won't matter. We'll still go through, do this exercise together, and I am certain that it can be beneficial not only to you, also to your kiddos. But again, if you do know your human design, there's like these little shapes all over the body graph of your chart. And at the very, very bottom, there's a square. This is called your root center. This is really where your nervous system lives. It's where a lot of your trauma is stored, not all of it, and a lot of it does live there in a physical sense. And so if you do take a look at your chart and you see that it's colored in, this is called defined, you're going to see that you're able to carry a lot more stress. That doesn't mean that it's less stressful for you up here. Your body can handle a lot more stress. If you see that you have it white or undefined, know that your body absorbs the stress not only of your environment, but those around you. So your body may feel more lit up when there's a lot going on. So I'm going to talk about a second place too, because, if you do have it defined and you're like, what, I still get stressed, Meg, like, help me out here. I want to chat about that as well. So on the top, right, on your head, you have your crown and you have your ajna. If either one of those is undefined for you, you're also going to find a lot of mental load, a lot of mental stress, even like sounds, noises, smells. Those can be really overwhelming for your body. And as a personal trainer in the past, everything's connected, right? Even energetically, everything is connected. So even if it starts here and it goes through your body, like your whole body gets to feel that sensation. So regardless of where it starts, and again, once you do realize where it starts, it's a lot easier to catch it, maneuver it, and shift it. But regardless of where it starts, I just want to give you a super, super simple exercise that I use even with my 3-year-old. Actually, I think we started using it with him when he was about 2 years old. My 6-year-old loves it as well. I love it too. I also used it with every single student that I ever taught, K through 8. All right. So it's as simple as this. Like, you don't have to force your kids to take deep breaths. I know that can be really hard, but let's say that maybe you're in the car and everybody's screaming. You got the kids in the back seat. They're like punching each other. Moms, this happens, right? Sometimes you got to pull over the car and it's just, let's get right, kids. Okay. Let's make it so mom can drive. I hope this is relatable for someone. So I use this one actually in the car a lot. I have 4 boys. They get rowdy. They don't like being in the car. And first of all, I take deep breaths. Oftentimes they'll catch on to it. I don't tell them they have to. My 6-year-old really enjoys doing it with me, so that's helpful. I'll just start taking some deep breaths and I'll hold up my hand. Oh yeah, we had food dye out today, so my fingers blew. Okay, so I'll hold up my hand, and everyone in the car at this point knows what that means. They all hold up their hand too. I'm not saying give me 5. Here's the exercise. So go ahead and hold up your hand as well. And since you're not driving, hopefully, You can use this in another way. When I'm driving, I don't use my other hand, but today I will. So each finger, each five of them, right? So there's five, is going to represent one of our senses. And so you can use this exercise in two ways. I will share with you the touching way first. I don't have full names for these. Okay. So if you're able to even like just close your eyes, this can be a really grounding way to get into the present moment. If you're not able to, that's okay. But just sort of start massaging your thumb. You could massage it, rub it, whatever it feels like it could really use right now. This is actually a self-healing technique from China, right? And it's like ancient Chinese. I'm losing the last word. Okay. And as you are just giving some love to that thumb, start thinking about someone who you really love seeing. Act as if they're there. See them in your mind's eye. Just keep taking deep breaths. You might feel a little smile come up. Allow that to be there. Maybe it's somebody that you miss, and allow that to bring you into the moment of them actually being there with you and the gratitude that you might have in that moment. Just thinking about who you can see. Go ahead and move over to the pointer finger, and you'll see I'm kind of just fully encapsulating it. And think about a taste that brings you joy. It could be any taste. Maybe it's chocolate, maybe it's whatever that is. Your grandma's like homemade casserole. Any taste that brings you joy. Take some deep breaths. Remember, big exhales. Go ahead and move over to the middle finger. Start rubbing it, giving it some love. And let's think about a sound. A sound that's really comforting to you. As an example, for me, it's rain. I love the sound of rain. Just breathe that in. We'll head over to the ring finger. Just gently massaging it. And this time, think about something that it brings you comfort, it brings you peace. Maybe warm towels out of the dryer. Maybe a special blanket. Imagine that you're touching that right now. Imagine that feeling. Deep breath. Really, really letting it out on that exhale. Breathing out always releases pain. So really let that pain come out. Now let's just move over to the pinky. And this one is a smell. Smells that you find incredibly grounding. When you smell it, you feel like I'm home. This is what home smells like. For me, it's pine trees. I like to give examples in case you can't think of anything. And one more deep breath. Ready? Open your eyes. flutter back to the present moment, and just note how you felt when you started and how you feel now. Maybe, what's the difference that you're feeling now that you're present, you're grounded. This is just, again, a really simple technique that I use with my kids, but I did say when I was driving. So I'm going to show you that one too, because it is much different. So again, we are using our hand, but I'm going to go through each of the senses with my kids. This is like a group activity and helps to recenter all of us, where I'll say, all right, name 5 things that you see. They'll look around, they'll name their 5 things. Okay. Name 4 things that you can touch or that you can feel. I like to use clothing as that one, right? Maybe the seat that they're sitting on. Nothing too crazy. I like to give examples. All right. Name 3 things that you can hear. 2 things that you can smell. As you can imagine, with 4 boys in the car, this can get interesting. And the last one is 1 thing that you can taste. And I always remind them, what taste is in your mouth? What does your mouth taste like right now? Right. So I really like that one. It works for ages, 2 to 14 at least, and, 33. So hopefully those are things that you can start to integrate into your family's sort of routine that can help not only you, but it also helps them, and, co-regulating together. Feel free to find me on Facebook, Meg Zeek. If you have any questions, I'm here to support you.